What's going on, guys? So today you're probably tuning in just to see how I get a ghetto fan to work. Now I got a little small worky space here, so it's gonna be a little cluttered throughout the entire video. That's not gonna be much of a problem. You're not gonna need much space for this. So as you can see here, I got a fan that can run off of a USB. Looks a little ghetto, but if you need a little bit of a side air circulation for your laptop, like what I'm making this for, then this will be somewhat useful for you. So what you're going to need is some type of miniature fan that you don't mind getting a little destroyed. I've siphoned all of the parts that I'm using right now actually out of a computer that I basically salvaged. So definitely don't recommend doing this to any nice components here, guys. You definitely want to do this type of stuff with things you don't mind losing. And what you're also going to need is, let's find it. Oh dear, I may have already misplaced the item I intended on using. This ain't exactly it. Ah, here it is. And a USB cord that you don't mind cutting up. If I sound a little distant from this point on, it's because I'm using a earbud mic. I may also speed up this video in certain intervals just to get things really rolling here. You're also going to need some basic wire cutters, wire knots, one's small enough that can actually fit the tiny wires, and of course everyone's favorite friend, electrical tape. What we're going to do is we're going to take the head of the USB cord. We're just going to cut that sucker right off. Get them right off. Look inside there. Oh dear. This one looks a little bit more interesting than usual. Does this not have a ground? Oh, I may have completely ruined it already. Let's see here. Yeah, by the way, for reference, don't use a USB cord that you don't mind destroying entirely. Thankfully, I literally just have like a military stockpile of USB cords lying around. For example, you know. So that one seemed to have botched. So I'm going to use one of these two. Which one looks like it's more unlucky than the other? They're about the same size, same length. Don't fucking really matter. They both look equally as fine. Lefty loosey. Alright. So we're gonna try this shit again. Start off the head. I'll get one to slice. Right there. There we go. Now we got the wires exposed. We're going to have what appears to be 4 wires. Now, the way I did this on the other one is I have to kind of determine which one's the ground, which I'm assuming is white, which one is the active, which I'm assuming is black. If you do any electrical work inside like apartments or shit like that, usually it's the black one is active. Same thing with the any off-colored one, that's usually your switch. And now my question is, what the fuck is this green one? Now with this, you know, the way I'm assuming I'm gonna wind up wiring this is my white goes to, well, I want to say my white goes to white, black goes to black, red goes to red, leave green. But the kicker is, if you do that and you do it wrong, I don't know what happens. I might all of a sudden make an electronic explosive by my face. But hey, You live and you learn, even if you have a fucked up face. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to splice off the ends of white, red, and black, because those are the colors that match. Assumably they're about the same type of code. Now, question is, now you may not see how I'm doing that, so let me do that again. So, get nice and close. You go to the smallest denominator because these wires are actually fairly, small, a little bit fragile, right? You close it in. Now it's so small it could just kind of wiggle right out. So what you do is you angle it, lift up, and it should cut. And cut all that good. I'm going to try that one more time. We'll start you here. Man. The moment you do it for the audience, it always gets a little bit of stage fright. Oh yeah, be annoying for me. Be annoying. Make me whittle at you, yes. There you go. You just want it a little bit loose enough, something you can work with a little bit easier. Doesn't have to be perfect, but by God, you don't want it completely rigged. There you go. Very hard to see on that camera. Hold on. There we go. That's what you should kind of wind up looking like. Take these wires and sort of straighten them out. Or at least try to put them in a little bit of a tight grouping. This will help you kind of wrap them around each other later. There we go. Alright, now let's do the same thing for black and red. There we go. I got a solid one off on black here. That's what you're really looking for. You don't want any of this snubbing shit that I did with white. You want a solid wire. Helps you work with it. And, well, the reason we're working on wires that we don't give a shit about is so if we fuck it up, it's not much of a ball breaker. Just shaving white here. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Got white looking a little bit more respectable here. Get green off to the side. I'm going to do the same thing with red. Clamp her down about here. And just slide her off. Okay. Now comes the fun and sketchy part, which is wiring it together to the fan. Now, I highly recommend doing this with some type of USB port off of your computer, just in case this goes wrong, charges incorrectly, doesn't fry what you're using. So we're going to just take these and hook them to the correlating colors. Black to black first. Get green out of the way. Yeah, on some wiring connections, when you're actually doing electrical, green can also very well mean ground as well. But also white can mean ground. White is usually, though, the one that, like, you attach it to its own separate little knob. Okay, there we go. So you got it lightly tightened to the screw head. But, you don't want this wiggling off midway. Ooh, don't want to bend that. White is being very uncooperative, and it's very frustrating. I am kind of doing this with a lack of cord, by the way. But by God, we've gotten this far. Alright, there we go. Where is my best friend electrical tape? Can do everything but be fucking found. There it is. Alright, there you go. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the camera facing my objects. My desk is a little bit of a mess, but this way you guys can at least see what the fuck I'm actually up to. I realize now I'm missing the wire nut that I tossed. That sucks. But fuck it. This is ghetto science anyways. Okay. And now, the sketchy moment of truth. We find out whether or not this thing explodes like a frag grenade, or actually turns on. And oh boy. I just realized something. This wire is kind of short. So, this is gonna be fun. Yes, sir. I'm gonna unplug my earbuds for this. Oh yeah. Holy shit. And there you have it. I actually got this to run. My color code guessing was either correct or it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, this camera is just baller. Loving this fucking camera. It falls over every fucking opportunity it gets. Oh yeah, you fat lesbian. There we go. There we fucking go. So I'm gonna do it once again on my laptop, because some of you might be hooking this to a laptop, some of you just want extra air circulation going on in your computer, some of you just want to make a fucking homemade hand fan, who fucking knows. But nevertheless, here we go. I'm gonna kind of try to show you guys what's going on. Do I recommend this, by the way? No. I don't condone this 100% whatsoever. Of course, for legal purposes. But also because, you know, people really shouldn't be fucking with technology like this, but, you know, some of us have to. You know, might as well show you how the fuck to do it. Show you how the fuck to do it, and maybe you shouldn't be that afraid of doing it. Oh, now I got exposed. Okay, you know what? The wire nuts on this one just ain't happening. See, the one that I showed you at the beginning, I actually got wire nuts hooked in, but the wire nuts here are just not a good idea. They're too bulky, and I gave too little wire, so I'm gonna have to first. Is that another wire exposure? Damn. Damn. Okay, so I'm gonna obviously have to retape two of the wires here. And the reason for that, let's see if I can angle the camera correctly. The reason for that is the wires are basically like slipping out. They're that small. That's definitely something that's difficult about working with electronics this small and getting electrical current to run through properly. Is they'll have a knack for being just like you're working with very tiny wires. It's not like you're wiring a house or even wiring most components in a computer, where the wires are just a little bit more bigger. You're now kind of in the nitty-gritty of the wires that, like, debatably, you know, kind of entail you don't fucking touch them. But, you know, in this case, we're showing you how to fucking diddle them, spittle them, all around tickle them. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is also why I don't recommend doing this type of shit at home. You are working with exposed wires, live electrical, you know, units. And if you get fucked up, it's your fault. Now what I'm gonna do, actually, is after I do this, I'm gonna literally tape this fucker into a ball. That way, the tape doesn't really get exposed at all. I'm not working with something completely fucking sketchy. It's kind of low-key a little fucking sketchy. No matter how you want to paint it. No matter how you fucking want to paint it, this bitch is a little bit sketchy. Come on, you fucking asshole. Come on. There we go. Okay. Make sure it all sticks. What you really don't want is anything getting like cross-wired. That's why I'm taping them like this. You know, when you're wiring anything, the last thing you want is for it to crosswire, spark, shock, etc. Oh shit. This thing got some power to it too. This is actually the fan off of a CPU. So that's why this might have a lot of good power going through it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this helps you on whatever endeavor that you're looking to use this knowledge for, or you know, at the very least, I hope you enjoyed watching. I might do more shit like this for you guys, just for fun. This is definitely not something that I recommend doing at home. Despite the fact, yeah, it's little, you know, yeah, there's probably little consequence if you fuck up. I still don't want people watching this to start fucking with technology like this, or let alone anything electrical like this. Because realize, you know, you don't want to wind up on live leak. So yeah, you know, like, comment, subscribe. If you have anything to request, any comments, anything that you'd like for me to actually work on, let me know. I might have some fun with it. You know, even if I fail, I'm probably still going to post it for kicks. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to tune in next time.